Hey guys, happy Friday the 13th and happy full moon in Pisces. This is the September full moon and we have a lot going on right now. I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but the full moon activated its energy a few days ago. We opened a portal on 9/9 of 19. And with this energetic frequency, we are being released on a higher level. Our higher self and our oversoul has kind of taken over, and we're being released of everything that no longer serves us, everything that is needing to die off. So we're actually, with this full moon, is helping us with our death and rebirth. And it's almost like a mourning, this energy of the full moon. It's very watery, very emotional. You might, yesterday, last night, and the night before last, as I was watching movies, or I watched a documentary night before last, and I watched a movie last night, and I was just hit by these waves of emotion, and I was just crying uncontrollably. And I was like, why am I crying? Like, this isn't even that sad. But it was like, once it opened, it needed to trigger it for me. And once it opened, it's like the floodgates open and the waves of emotion and energy just move through me. And tears are so beautiful. Crying is such a beautiful thing because it really is just a release and a movement of energy that has been built up in your body and your system and your energetic field. And when you can release, whether it's through crying or body movement or emotionally, like saying something and, screaming, or, just movement in general of whatever it is that's been built up inside you, like communicating, sharing your voice, that is an energetic frequency, and that's moving energy. So just know that through this time, be really, really gentle with yourself. Do not, by any means, push yourself. Don't try not to be hard on yourself or others right now. This is a time when we want to invoke more self-love than we have in the past, and more compassion and empathy and love for those around us, because we're all going through something. This is a journey for all of us, and it can be hard, it can be tough. And this full moon is really helping us to literally and figuratively and physically and emotionally and energetically kill off the person that we thought that we were, the person that we thought we needed to be. And it's helping us to get into alignment. Our higher selves and our soul has taken over, like I said a little earlier, and we are, source and spirit and our higher self are navigating us to the things that we need. If you all want some support, I have uploaded my full moon meditation, and this meditation is super powerful. I completely channeled it last night for the full moon, and it was channeled completely from source. I was in a trance state and actually had to re-listen to it afterwards because I didn't even know what I had said in the meditation. And it was very, very powerful. It is helping you and guiding you to let go of the ego self, of the physical body, and your attachments here in the 3D reality. And it is amplifying you and calling and igniting your higher self and your oversoul to step in. It's literally inviting spirit and source and your higher self to take over. And so it's super powerful. I highly recommend it. It's posted on my Patreon. You have to subscribe and you have to be a member. But once you do, you have access to different tiers, have different access, but you will get in on the lowest tier for the full moon meditation. So I welcome you all to subscribe and to listen to that for the next couple nights and just let your higher self take over. What else do I want to say? Oh, so since it is the watery full moon, let me take a sip of tea. Since it is a very watery, emotional full moon, and today is Friday the 13th, these don't come around very often, but 13 is actually the divine feminine. And as a collective on the planet, we are coming into a balance of this divine feminine energy, where, and this goes way beyond just females, okay? This is men finding the balance of their divine feminine, opening up, being able to talk. It's women coming into their divine feminine, knowing that they don't have to force and have this masculine. We're starting to find a balance as a collective on the planet. The poles are like literally shifting between the masculine and feminine, and the feminine is coming forward right now. And with the divine feminine, like I said, this doesn't have to do with male or female, but with the divine feminine energy, this is the energy of allowing. This is the energy of allowing ourselves to be led, of mastery, of alchemy, right? So with the divine feminine, we are pulling in with, if you imagine the divine feminine almost like the black hole, right? And we're literally magnetically pulling things into us as we desire, as we yearn and want to create for, and we birth it into reality. But literally, we don't have to push, we don't have to do anything. We just have to hold that vibrational frequency, create the container, literally creating the womb, right? We as women, if you think about women, we have a womb within us that is built and meant to create life. So if you look at the divine feminine as, if you tap into that, you're literally just plugging in to a container that creates from it, that creates life, that creates into existence. It breathes life and makes things manifest. And so there is inspired action that you will have to take. But as you move through this process, because if you do the meditation and you welcome this in, as you do this process, this is another awakening. This is like an ascension. This is going to almost like rocket boost you into the next thing that needs to happen for you. But you're not actively doing anything. You literally are just asking your higher self to take over, your oversoul and source and the spiritual realm of your guides and angels to take over, to help you align to the things that you need to do, the opportunities you need to have, the people you need to meet. And this is where synchronicity starts to come in. So the more that you're in alignment, the more synchronicities start to happen. And the more synchronicities start to happen, the closer you are to manifesting the thing that you have been calling in and wanting, or magnetizing towards, whatever that energy is that you've been breathing life into. So where your attention goes, energy flows. So make sure that you guys are really focused on the things that you want and not on the things that you don't want, because we're still in this powerful time of manifestation. And if you tap into and listen to that full moon meditation that I channeled for you all, it will amplify you and and rocket boost you to the next level. With these awakenings and these ascension processes, they're not always comfortable. And because this is a very watery and emotional one, we are literally, like I said, figuratively, emotionally, and energetically dying. Our old self is dying, our ego self is dying. And so this is going to help you call this new sense of self in. It's going to help you amplify and align to the energy of your highest self and what you're wanting to create, not from a logical head level or three-dimensional level. What you're meant to create here on this planet, why your soul came here in the first place, it's going to help you to get there. So it's super powerful. I highly recommend signing up for that and listening to it tonight, tomorrow night, maybe even the next night. We have 9 days in this portal from the 9th to the 18th, from that 9/9 portal. So the resonance of 999 or nines in general, the angel number 999 and the numerology of, and you know, the sacred meanings of 9 is endings, is closure, is ending a cycle. And with endings always come beginnings. So pay attention for if you guys are seeing 999 a lot, or 333 is a derivative of 9, or 111 or 1111. So with the 1111 and the 111, these are your new beginnings. These are where you're going to be led and following, and just little messages from the universe that you're on the right path, and to continue to think whatever that was that you were thinking or saying, or the actions or the thought you were having, the message you were receiving at that time. So just pay attention. This is a time to pay attention, not only to your thoughts and the things that you're birthing and creating through your thoughts, the things that you're holding in your realm, in your energetic field of emotions, of yearnings and desires, what's coming to you. Pay attention to that stuff. Like I said, in that 999 portal that opened up on the 9th, we have 9 days to clear our energetic field. So you can listen to this meditation for the next few days up until the 19th when Saturn, or the 18th when Saturn turns direct. So Saturn is actually a planet that rules our karma, and it's been in retrograde since late April. And when that goes direct, it's like we had 5 planets in retrograde for about 4 or 5 months. And so the last 4 or 5 months, we've been doing a ton of work on ourselves, whether consciously or unconsciously, we've been doing it. Our soul has been doing a lot of work. A lot of stuff has been coming up for us. So pay attention to what you've been going through, what's coming up for you now, what's asking to be released. Let it go. If you need help, again, tap into that meditation. It'll help you release these things and call in what you're needing and wanting on this higher self soul level, and who you were meant to come here and be. It's going to help amplify you into that vibrational frequency. And to close, when Saturn comes back to be direct, things are going to start to move forward very, very quickly. This is a time for almost instant manifestations if you've been doing your work and you've been holding your vibrational frequency really strong. So after the 18th, so the last 2 weeks of September and then the month of October, these are going to be a time for like reaping your rewards and seeing the fruit of all the hard work that you've been putting in the past 4 or 5 months. So pay attention to what you guys are creating with what you're speaking into reality, what you're thinking in your thoughts, the emotions that you're feeling. If you are needing to let go, let go. Tap into that meditation if you want some help, and I'm here for you guys. Once you do tap in, like I said, if you do that meditation and you do it for the next few days up until the 18th, this will really amplify you to a new vibrational frequency altogether. And when we're calling these things in and when we're letting these big things go, like our ego, our self, the who we thought we had to be and who we were, when we start to dissolve and disillusion ourselves from this 3D reality of our attachments, it can kind of be a little bit of a mind fuck. So just so you know, I'm here for support. If you guys need anything at all, please reach out, book a session if it's something that you're being called to do. If you have a question, throw it out there. I can even help navigate you if you feel like you don't quite have enough money to do a one-on-one session. A great way to work one-on-one with me for a little bit less is to look at the Patreon tiers and see if there's something on there that you're really wanting, because you can probably get it for less than what it is on my site. So I love you guys, and I'm here for you, and this is going to be I don't want to say tumultuous time, but it's going to be, it may rock a lot of you. That's all I'm saying, especially if you're aware and you're sensitive and you're calling this stuff in and you tap in and you are going all out, full in with what you are wanting and to be in alignment with your soul. This is going to shake things up for you. Let's just put it that way. And I'm here for support if you need it. I love you guys. Happy Friday the 13th. Have a great weekend. Happy full moon. Do something really, really kind for yourself and really, really kind for someone else today and throughout the weekend. And just, the last message is coming to me is if you're getting a ping to reach out to somebody this weekend in particular, please do it. We all need support right now, and if you feel like you're being called to reach out to somebody, reach out to them because they're probably needing a friend. I love you guys. Have a great weekend. Happy full moon. We'll talk to you soon.